Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're on our third day in Yellowstone. We're in the southern part down by Yellowstone Lake. We've already had some really interesting things happen on the trip here. So yeah, let's go.
Welcome back. We're on a mission to hit 1,000 subscribers so we can start donating our YouTube revenue to support families battling cancer. Join our journey, hit that subscribe button, and make a difference today. Now back to the video.
Alright, so we're at West Thumb Geyser Basin, and so it's a West Thumb part of the lake, of Lake Yellowstone, and we've got a bit of a geyser basin here to look at. This area here is called the Thumb Paint Pots. Now, the boardwalk is very flat, very even, quite accessible, I would think. Now the area is a fragile thermal area, so it basically means that you can step off the side of the boardwalk and there'll be a thin crust, you fall through that and you get boiled alive. So
20 people has died.
Sorry?
20 people has died here.
By stepping off the boardwalk, falling through the crust
And got burned
and being boiled alive. Lovely. And how many have been injured?
Hundreds.
Hundreds. So you can't fix stupid, can you?
Stupid as it is. We are on the way.
Down there is what's called the Blue Bell Pool, and it seems to go from one pool, from here, through a little hole here, and into the other pool over here. And it looks very hot. So this is Yellowstone Lake, and of course this is only the West Thumb part of it, so basically it looks like a thumb if you're looking at the map from above, and it extends way further. It's a very large lake. So Yellowstone Lake may or may not be the highest elevation because my research assistant can't remember. Lots of little interesting fumaroles, hot pools bubbling away there, right beside the edge of the lake. So my research assistant tells me that there's some mud pools somewhere, so we're going to go and try and find them. Coming up next, maybe. This is a very large pool bubbling and boiling away there. It would be probably 20 meters across by about 10 meters wide, so nice swimming pool type size. But it doesn't stink. No smell at all, just normal boiling water. And the top view shows the beautiful blue or turquoise colouring. So this pool here behind me is called the Abyss Pool. As you can see, it gets from the lighter blue to darker to almost black. That's because it's getting really deep. Almost like an abyss. So these are the mud pools, and they're not really doing a great deal. They are bubbling away, but they're very wet, so they're sort of like muddy water pools. So I'm standing on the Continental Divide. This little lake behind me has an interesting feature. It drains to the west and it drains to the east. So water from this lake feeds the rivers on the Pacific Plate side and the rivers on the American Plate side. And here's a little story about it, which you can pause the video and have a look at. So here we have the Kepler Cascades, which is a very lovely little waterfall. All right, we're at Black Sand Basin, which is basically an obsidian area. It's probably only about a mile from Old Faithful. There's a little geyser going off in the background there. Just when we arrived, how nice of it to do that for us. This is a very interesting area. It's got a river running down through the middle of it. And then it's surrounded by all of these geothermal vents everywhere. Really interesting. The desolation of the area. No animals. This area is called the Rainbow Pool. You can certainly see why. So the most recent eruption of Yellowstone was 630,000 years ago. That eruption is what created the Yellowstone that we have today. So behind me is Biscuit Basin thermal area. Now there was a geothermal event here. There were debris were ejected up to 1 cubic meter of size. They landed on the boardwalk. They destroyed part of the boardwalk. So this area at the moment is completely closed to the public. It's too dangerous to go in there and have a look at it. We're heading in to look at Firehole Lake. I sometimes have a fire hole as well, but it's usually after I've had a really hot curry. It's getting quite late in the day on our third day. This will probably be the last thing we look at. Oh, you're still here. You might like one of these videos next.